Welcome to it, the first episode of the Breakout Podcast. I should let Damon introduce it. Damon Nichols with us. He's the author of the Breakout Blueprint, and we just unboxed all of his new podcast equipment, so we're going to be hearing more from Damon in his regular Breakout podcast. So we're going to carry that on SECO News. You're going to put it on Spotify and all the major platforms, YouTube.
It'll be out there everywhere.
So. Exactly. We're going to walk you through how to do that.
Right.
And we're going to, of course, help you roll that into the SECO News Network so all of our local folks get to see what you're doing with your various business endeavors.
Right.
That's the thing that's amazed me is you see the barbecue restaurant that the locals really know about, and you guys are under this major construction process right now. It's kind of settled down a little bit. They were running a saw earlier. And what are you guys working on now?
Right now, we're getting ready to do the epoxy the bar top and the countertop. We've got Morgan and Sons here. They're putting in they put in the front door and the side door. Mm-hmm. And I got Danny and Isaac getting ready to help me. We're just about ready to start putting out epoxy. So that's what we're working on here. We've done quite a bit in the last few days, and you can see Danny there in the background working on that trim. So, but
he's been working away. We said just continue on. If you got to bang on something, bang on it.
That's it.
Don't run the saw.
Yeah, the saw's a little loud, but yeah, we're moving along here. This place is coming along, and I'm just really glad to see it open.
As the air compressor.
That's part of it.
Man.
So anyway, as he said, this is my first podcast, the first of many. This will be a weekly thing. It'll be the Breakout Podcast. I'll be interviewing a lot of different people. I've got some things coming up, and I'll be talking about the book. I've got a lot of fitness stuff coming up, and basically it's going to be a big self-improvement podcast. How can you break old beliefs, get out of bad habits, and it's all about becoming the best version of you that you can. And so I've got people that are really in that field, and some of my close friends, that's what they work really hard at, trying to be the best version of themselves that they can be. So that's very much the way I try to roll with it too. If you're whatever industry you're in, you want to be good at what you do, and you want to be the guy winning in that industry. Right.
And so we got the sign over here says the best barbecue in town. So we're going to have some of that in a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I foresee myself being here on this podcast a couple episodes down the road and eating some barbecue with you and talking about your other business, of course, the storage construction. Tell us about
Midwest Steel Builders.
Midwest Steel Builders. Now, there's going to be some content about what's going on with those guys, because that's your national company.
Yeah, that company's getting really big, and we're in pretty high demand. There's a lot of people out there wanting storage sheds. I just got I'm putting in a bid for some buildings in Alaska. So
wow,
that may be that just came in this morning. So it's a project that's been in the works for probably a year and a half, almost 2 years now. So it's finally coming to
fruition.
So
there you go, man. So, Jinx, you owe me a beer. Anyways,
but we've got a lot of stuff coming up. We got a lot of people wanting to build buildings. We've got some storage shed conventions coming up too. So So
you've got a big presentation you're going to be giving.
Yeah, we've got one in New Orleans coming up. So anybody that's can look that up. If you can go on my Facebook, and you'll see there's some information about that on there. So, but yeah, I will be speaking at that one. So I got offered a.
Very cool. Well, we can put your info from Facebook in the article with the podcast, so folks can check that out too.
There'll be some really good information out there. Mm-hmm. Great networking event. Joe Evangelisti will be out there, so.
Okay, cool. So I was impressed with the video you posted the other day where you guys were shoveling the snow off of the storage shed roofs so you could install gutters.
Yeah.
So tell us about that job.
Oh yeah, that one was horrible. That was one of the one of the worst jobs I did, physically and mentally. Oh, we were out in Flagstaff, and we ended up getting pounded out there.
How many days a year does Flagstaff, Arizona get snow?
Well, they get that, every, I don't know, 15 to 20 years maybe. I don't know. We got 40 inches in 3 days, and it was horrible. So we were the night it came in, we were like a day and a half from being done, and that day and a half stretched out to be, I think, 4 or 5 days. But yeah, it was pretty bad. But I got to hand it to my guys. They stuck with me. They stayed out there. They worked. We worked out there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and it was 50-mile-an-hour wind. And we got 1.5 feet one day, and we were out there in it every bit of the day. And
yeah.
But we trudged through it until we were done. We finished it up, and we had to shovel a foot of snow off of 9 buildings to put gutters on, and we did. We stayed to the very end and got done. It wouldn't be worth leaving to go back for another day, pack up, 7 guys and head home and then go
right.
back out there.
Double your expenses on your travel costs.
Yeah,
and all that.
I've had to do that on some other jobs, and I ended up losing money on it. So
yeah, it's one of those, you can't have triumph if you don't face challenge.
Right. Yeah. So we faced that challenge. We got through it, and it makes the other ones not so bad. So.
That's right. That's right. When it snows, we appreciate the summertime.
Right. Well, we'll be heading into spring here. I mean, it's nice here. It's what, 35, 40 degrees.
Yeah, Colorado. That's short sleeve weather for this guy.
It's good weather for me.
He doesn't even have to have sleeves.
I
short sleeve.
I don't mind it, but the wind is the kicker, man. You get a little bit of wind, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
You can't put those buildings up in the wind. So.
Right. So, aside from rough conditions, the business is booming, growing, expanding. You're putting bids in Alaska.
Yeah.
That's crazy for a Lahana-based business. I think that's phenomenal. That's worth sharing with our local community. So, the Breakout the Breakout podcast, you're going to be breaking out of the Valley, but we'll make sure that we keep our Valley audience tuned in. Through SECO News cooperation. So very cool, Damon.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add? I mean, this is like groundbreaking here for the Breakout podcast.
Well, we're getting ready we should be open up here, and I'm hoping sometime in February. We're getting real close. We will be having a grand reopening, so people can look for that. We've got, I don't know what all that's going to hold. I'm hoping to get a band out
get
here.
some entertainment.
Yeah, get some entertainment, and So
watch for announcements in future episodes of the Breakout podcast, and of course, watch for it on seconews.org. Creekside Smokehouse, one of our founding advertising contributors, supporting us since we started, and thank you for that support, Damon.
Yeah,
I tell you, I had a blast. Helping you unbox and plug in these microphones, and
yeah, it was kind of cool. This is all new to me. I mean, I've been in the music industry and done a lot of recording and been around all of that kind of stuff. But this was a little bit different stuff. But it was exciting.
Yep.
Breaking out the new mixer and the mics and all of the new equipment. It was
cool. I was almost immediately jealous of this mixer. I said, "You mean I could plug this thing into my phone?"
Yeah, pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's very sweet. So we'll be working on more Breakout podcasts coming up. And I think I'm going to be copying your microphones. I'll be ordering some of these. I'm going to be building a studio in downtown La Junta for SECO News and our program About the Valley. And I think we're probably going to have the Breakout podcast filmed a couple times down there, too. So we'll have you over at our place, and we'll be back for some great barbecue. The best in town, Creekside Smokehouse, and we're going to find out more about your national expansion of your La Junta-based construction business. And anything else we want to talk about?
No, I think that's about it for now. Just look for us. We're going to be out and about, and this thing will get big. We're gonna push it. We've got a lot of good people behind us and a lot of support. So.
Yep. We're going to be talking about an upcoming book signing for the Breakout Blueprint by Damon Nichols, La Junta local. And
well, I'm in the editing process of that right now. I've got the covers, all of that's done. Just kind of putting some final touches on it. So
Very cool. We'll be back to talk about it, and of course, let people know how they can get their copies too.
Well, yeah. So anybody that may be interested in doing this, Mike Fallett is the guy. He's got the $1 million book company. It's also Dreamcaster Publishing. So.
Very cool. Dreamcaster Publishing.
Soon, I believe. I hope I didn't chop that up. So he's got a lot of stuff. But you can look up Mike Fallett. He's on my Instagram and Facebook. So
very cool.
He's a great guy, and if you want to get out there and get some exposure, that's the way to do it. So
all right, cool. We'll be talking about connections in the industry for all you budding authors in the area. Right. We can help connect you with some folks that can make that happen. And, of course, we're going to watch Damon lead the way with the Breakout Blueprint right here on seconews.org. Right. Yeah, there we go. For Damon Nichols, the people of Southeast Colorado, on the Breakout Blueprint premiere episode, I'm Adrian Hart. So what are you working on here, Damon?
Oh, we just got to put some epoxy on, and I'm putting a little bit of rubbing alcohol in there to kind of make it spread out, give it that first look.
Kind of marbled.
Yeah, the alcohol really makes it marble out.
Now this probably isn't an add-on for any of the storage sheds you build, right?
No.
No one wants the bar in the storage shed. I'll take one in my backyard if you want to put it together.
You do this in, you've done it in quite a few of our houses.
Yeah, I can imagine why. This is going to be a beautiful bar top.
Yeah, we're going to get some pictures in here.
So you've already laid the epoxy.
Yeah, it's wet epoxy there.
It's stinky. You guys can't smell it at home, but it's heavy. Looking good.
You get the right mixture of stuff, find the right blend of everything. But then again, after it's all dispersed out and you get your second coat on there is when you really start seeing
the pattern.
Yeah.
Start to really, it looks like it's alive, man. That's cool marbling.
And if you don't like it with that first one, you can change it up a little bit with that second one.
Yeah. Very cool epoxy countertop, bar top here at Creekside Smokehouse.